Also fangen wir mal mit Union an. Machen wir mal ihre Handout-Quest. Sonst kommen wir heute gar nicht mehr voran. Hm. Ja, ich mache jetzt tatsächlich einfach mal alle Handout-Quests, danach erkunde ich alles. Und danach google ich, wo ich die ganzen Quests noch herkrieg, wo mir noch fehlen. Naja, an Sumeru kaum.
Can't you send someone any sooner? The clock is ticking and I need this resolved ASAP.
I'm sorry, but we don't have any adventurers available at this instant.
Hm, was ist passiert?
Your timing is most optimal. Allow me to introduce Yuning, manager of the Yunhan Opera
Genau,
Troupe.
das war der Plan.
She has commissioned the guild to.
Traveler? Ugh, Yoonjin is always talking about you. Please, you've gotta help us find her.
Wohin ist er
Yep, she's
verschwunden?
gone and disappeared. Now of all times, just days away from the big performance. All she left was this short note.
Grüße dich. In der letzten Zeit habe ich bei der Diskussion mit Freunden über die göttliche Jungfrau meine eigene Begrenztheit festgestellt. Deshalb fahre ich sofort nach dem Lingyui-Pass auf, in der Hoffnung, dass ich da ein tieferes Verständnis erlangen könnte. Nach kurzer Zeit werde ich zurückkehren. Sei unbesorgt, Yin.
If our audience doesn't get to see Yoonjin on stage, they'll start tearing the place down. I mean, what am I supposed to do, huh?
Sie sagte wirklich, wortwörtlich, sie kommt zurück. Chill.
That's what I said too, but.
Look, when you're a megastar like Yoonjin, you gotta start taking things a little more seriously. Saying she'll be back doesn't give me a whole lot of reassurance when she's showing no regard for her own safety. Why does she have to go and practice somewhere so dangerous? What if something happens to her? What am I going to tell the audience?
Oh. Im schlimmsten Fall hat sie. Oh, hey, you need a handout. Yes, security. Im schlimmsten Fall hat sie immer noch ein göttliches Auge, also beruhig dich.
Well then, what if she gets into a scrape and hurts herself? If she gets so much as a scratch, it'll be a loss to the whole nation.
As you can see, this is what we're up against. Would you be willing to accept this commission?
Gut, für Yin.
Wonderful. Ugh, thank the stars. Please, you've got to bring her back, safe and sound.
Ja, Karen, und jetzt zisch ab. Komm, auf. Dass du der noch keinen GPS-Tracker in den Arsch gepflanzt hast, wundert mich gerade irgendwie aber wegen. Wie könnten die eigentlich abhauen, wenn du so besorgt bist? Ich meine, diese göttlichen Augen, also bis jetzt habe ich noch davon keinen gesehen, der unbedingt so schwach ist. Ich meine, selbst eine fucking 10-Jährige hat ein ein pyrogöttliches Auge gekriegt und ist der größte Terrorist in Mondstadt. Also da wird doch wohl. Dann sagen wir 8. Wenn nicht welche über Lampenkraut stolpert. Ja, auch gut. Und dann habe ich in. Okay, dann habe ich in die Request nicht aufgepasst. Monsterattacke! Ich schätze, ich nehme den Kampf. An meinen Wing Yao Yao. Keine Ahnung. Alles in Ordnung, Union. Bist du verletzt?
It's you. I do apologize. I didn't see you there.
Ernsthaft?
What brings you all the way up here? Oddly enough, I was just thinking of scheduling a meeting with you later. I didn't expect to run into you here, of all places.
Deine Chefin schickt
I
mich.
see. So Yunning sent you. I did tell her not to worry. But on this occasion, it seems I'm rather lucky you came. You've helped me avert a major catastrophe. It's a pity, though. I was so close to achieving the state of mind that Shenhe was talking about.
Welchen
Do you remember
Gastzustand?
what Shenhe said about the divine damsel fighting against the evil monster? That in reality, she hadn't acted as courageously as the operatic rendition would have you believe. That it was simply a matter of life and death, and she chose
Okay, das
self-preservation.
geht.
Granted, she later admitted that she preferred the version of events given in the opera, with its portrayal of a divine heroine sacrificing herself for others. But after giving it a lot of consideration, I think that this character is defined by her emotional complexity, and even uncertainty. So the more emotions I can experience for myself, the wider range I will have to draw on in my performance. If access to a different state of mind can help me provide a fresh interpretation of the character and her actions, well, surely it will take my acting skills to the next level. That's why I came here. My plan was to take it slowly, start by just dipping my toe in, as it were. But once I started, I just got completely drawn in. I feel like I was so close to a breakthrough here.
Das ist viel zu gefährlich.
Considering the rewards that I could reap from this experience, the risk is negligible. Still, if I choose to continue, this is unlikely to be the last time I'd need your help. I suppose I had better return to Liyue Harbor for now. I'll only end up putting you in an awkward position otherwise. Goodness knows how you'd explain this to Yunning.
Very
I
true.
wonder whether I have gained anything useful from this trip. I suppose only time will tell.
Well, well, well. Hm. Aua!
Can you put a few more adventures
Ja,
on the case or something?
Pat.
Clock's still
Den
ticking away.
Giften Pat.
Please have faith in him. They've returned. Yunning.
Hey,
we're back.
Ludinis. Na, wie ist die Pizzeria am
Are you
Laufen?
hurt? Do you need to go to Boo Boo Pharmacy?
No, I'm fine. You don't need to worry. When it's time to go on stage, I'll be there.
Look, I get it. You like to go out exploring. That's fine. But do you really have to go off thrill-seeking this close to the show? You have to take better care of yourself, okay? For all our sakes. For the opera troupe and for your audience. We're just lucky we had the Traveler to help out. What if something had happened to you, huh? What would I say to our audience,
Well, I would say the best way to make it up to our audience is to give them the best performance we can. Don't you agree? While I'm off stage, as long as there is something, anything I can do to improve my acting
Sound hört man nicht? Doch, Sound hört man doch.
amount, I can't pass up the opportunity.
You know, you...
Ich weiß nicht, was man nicht hören sollte.
Please, you tell her.
So,
Mach mir keine
what's
Angst.
your honest opinion?
Ach, von Sound Alerts. Ich? Ich hab einen Bon gehört. Warte mal. Ja, los jetzt. Warte mal. Musik schon hier aufheben. Warum hört man das nicht? Ja, Musik hört man auch keine, nur Game. Ja, Musik ist auch Absicht. Musik habe ich gerade extra, nur mich, ja. Musik habe ich gerade aus, weil das teilweise dann Musik zu laut ist, wie das hier, ne? Deshalb habe ich einfach die Musik komplett ausgemacht. Nee, aber warum hört man das nicht mehr? Eigentlich müsste man das hören. Ich lasse es mal schon weiterlaufen. Deine Sicherheit soll an erster Stelle stehen, Union.
Exactly. Just think of all the people coming from far and wide just to show you their support.
Why do you make it sound like they are coming to see me?
Jetzt soll's gehen. Ich habe die Audioquellen vergessen oder aus Versehen ausgemacht.
I don't think so. They seem quite different to me. Well, either way, you're quite right. I mustn't let down our audience, especially those who came from afar. I certainly mustn't make you come out looking for me again. So I suppose I will put my training exercises on hold for a while.
Oh.
I'm glad to know that the brightest star in my troupe is finally gonna start liling to reason. I'm gonna head back and see how the set is.
Ich mag die nicht. Ich bin ehrlich. Das ist so eine Helikopter-Chefin, die ihre unverwirklichten Träume durch ihre Klienten jetzt, oder durch ihre, wie nennt sie denn das? Angestellten ausleben will. Ich weiß nicht, welche Verhältnisse die zwei genau zueinander haben. Am Freitag neue Genshin Impact, gibt es ein neues Gebiet. Ja, mal sehen. Bin mal gespannt. Es ist auch viel schwerer als Erfahrung aus erster Hand.
Speaking of which, I haven't even thanked you properly for saving me. If you are free after the show, come and find me at Hayuti House.
Oh, ich bin irgendwo falsch abgebogen. Also zumindest bin ich nicht da abgebogen, wo ich hin wollte. Hangout ist das Schlimmste an Genshin. Also tatsächlich, Sayu und Goru und Beidou fand ich jetzt alle drei eigentlich gar nicht so schlecht. Ich habe Sayu und dann Ding. Und gestern haben wir Beidou und Goru gemacht. Und jetzt gut, Ninja, hier Shin Yunjin 20 bis 23 am nächsten Tag. So. Ich habe jetzt noch 5 Stück offen. Danach ist der Plan, alle Gebiete zu erkunden. Und alle Quests zu machen. Wenn ich die 2 Sachen habe, soll ich dann wieder 100% endlich mal wieder ein Genshin haben. Ich finde, alle Quests haben mir zu viel Text. Nicht unbedingt das, aber sie sind unskippable. Du musst es dir anhören oder durchlesen. glaube, das ist das, was mich, oder was mich teilweise auch stört bei manchen Quests. Und ich denke, das stört auch viele andere. Das ist einfach zu vieles. Teilweise. Also, ich will jetzt nicht sagen, dass alles zu viel ist, aber vieles. Ja, also. Hallo Union.
Leo Opera is really something, but Leo Opera performed by Miss Yun, now that's something else. Thrilling performance. I've never seen anything like it before in my life. Your reputation is well deserved.
Hm.
Well, I've had the pleasure of seeing the talented Miss Yun on stage many a time in the past. But
Warte.
the songs still sound fresh
Oh.
and new every single time. It's been barely a few days since I last saw you perform. But once again, Yun Jin, you've progressed by leaps and bounds.
Oh, you're far too kind, both of you. I'm still new to the profession, but I promised myself when I joined the troupe that I would strive to develop myself as a performer every day. And I wouldn't be where I am now without everyone's faithful support.
Nonsense. You're too humble, Miss Yun. You're a major celebrity. Who in Liyue hasn't heard the name Yun Jin?
In the circles I move in, anyone who says they've never seen Yun Jin on stage is at risk of getting laughed out of business. As it happens, I have a business meeting at the Xinhue kiosk with a client who is also a big fan of yours. So, I was wondering if you'd perhaps like to join us for the meal.
Oh, me too. I booked a table at the Lioli Pavilion and was hoping you might join me.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry to both of you, but I won't be able to make it. I'm very grateful for the invitations, but I'm afraid I already have arrangements for this evening. Isn't that right, Traveler?
Ja, hier bin ich. Und, Aran Quest verstehe ich noch, aber der ganze Rest. Ich denke, da geht es primär drum, dass sie halt für jeden Charakter eine Backstory haben wollen. Die nicht nur irgendwo in Textform ist, sondern halt, die du halt spielen und erleben kannst. Und die ganzen Five-Stars haben halt im Prinzip ihre großen Quests. Und ich denke, das wird früher oder später für jeden Forster wird so eine Handout-Quest kommen. Glaube ich zumindest. Oder würde ich jetzt zumindest mal vermuten. Sagen wir mal so. Also von dem her. Ich finde es jetzt nicht schlecht. Also, ich sag mal jetzt mal, die meisten davon gefallen mir ja tatsächlich auch. Das ist jetzt so nach einem. Es ist halt so wie so ein interaktiver Film. Also, man darf es jetzt nicht als Spiel sehen, sondern es ist ein Watch Together quasi. Es ist halt wirklich sehr stark an einem, wie heißt das? Ja, an sowas wie The Witcher jetzt angelehnt, beispielsweise. Das ist so ein Story-RPG. Sowas in der Richtung. Ich glaube, das ist die richtige Bezeichnung dafür. Also, ich verstehe, warum man das nicht mag, weil es halt wirklich viel ist. Aber auf der anderen Seite kann ich es auch nachvollziehen, wenn man es gut findet, weil man dann halt mehr über die Charaktere erfährt. Nur dann finde ich, keine Ahnung, wenn du dann halt quasi die Dialoge und alles auslaufen lässt und allem drum und dran. Und da, sag mal, einen gewissen Prozentwert hast, dass du dann vielleicht irgendwie einen Gacha kriegst oder so. Das ist einfach ein Goodie, dass du halt einfach das durchziehst. Fände ich ganz nett. Wenn du es überspringst, dann kriegst du halt nur deine 60 Primo Gems und hast die Quest beendet. Ich denke, das tut denen jetzt auch nicht weh, da 10 Gachas rauszugeben. Je nachdem. Also, ja, bin ich.
Okay, you have plans, but you're really gonna pass this up? I mean, you could always reschedule. Wait a second, you're...
Ich bin wirklich berühmt in Lione. Man kennt mich. Ich verkehre nur unter den reichen, schönen und den ganz schön reichen.
Well, I guess it's not going to work out today, then. Maybe another day, Miss Yoon.
Huh. They took off pretty quick. Do they know something I don't? Haha, I guess I'll be leaving too. Wouldn't want to cramp your style.
Take care, both of you.
Ach,
Sorry
was?
that I can't see you off. Whew. Thanks for coming to my rescue. Again. Look at you. You're a national treasure. Even Gentry Moutsai is in awe of you. I feel a little sorry for Shinue Kiosk and Liuli Pavilion. I just hope the food won't go to waste.
Warum nicht zum
I don't
Lulu-Pavillon?
think we'd be able to get a seat this late. But it's fine. I have a better place we can go. Let's head downstairs. I owe you a big thank you tonight.
Janine, das hört sich sehr sass an. Achso. Nehme ich mal glatt mit. Was sind wir unten?
Miss Yoon? Oh, wow, it's really you. I have just a few questions, if you don't mind.
Hey, get back here. Oh, ditzy girl, you don't have a clue what you're doing.
Are you a journalist? If you'd like to arrange an interview, you'll have to liaise with my manager.
Sorry, Miss Yun. Don't mind her. She's just new and still learning the ropes. We'll leave you
Miss Yoon, I'm interested to know why you added a silk dance to the scene where the divine damsel makes her appearance.
Hmm? You noticed that?
Yes, based on the original script, that scene would see your character perform the Adeptus Walk. But the addition of the silk dance meant that the whole way you carried yourself was so much more...
Animated.
Yes, but delicate and graceful, like a crane.
Oh, sorry. Which publication are you from? How come I haven't met you before?
Oh, well...
yeah, we're from the Steambird. I am Boy Yi, the editor-in-chief. And this young lady is Shuryun, one of my journalists. We were based in Fontaine. Just recently we made the move back to Liyue.
Oh, I see. You're from the Steambird. Then it's no wonder. Your journalist has clearly done her research.
That's very kind of you, but really, my level of knowledge is very basic compared to yours.
Hey, Miss Yoon is throwing you a bone here. Make the most of it, okay? Talk to her! Talk to her!
Actually, I'm afraid there's somewhere I need to be. And I'd really need to clear this interview with my manager.
Mach das Beste draus.
But
Du
what
kannst
about
das.
our plans?
Ich bin auch an deiner Geschichte interessiert.
Okay, sure.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, Miss Yoon.
Great! Thank you both kindly. Let's find a quiet place and get this interview underway.
Oh, I see. So that's why you added the silk dance in this scene.
Yes, exactly. Doing it this way not only allows for more physicality in my movement, it also means I can make better use of the stage and transition into the scene more quickly.
Ah, okay. So there was even more to it than I thought. So, wouldn't it make sense to contrast this with the Dong-Tong Appassionato section that comes directly afterward by making the latter a little more sophisticated?
I think I know which section you're talking about.
Ah, sorry. What am I saying? This is a fixed formula, isn't it? My suggestion would completely break the format.
No, it's okay. It's an interesting idea for sure. I'll give it some thought. Thanks for the suggestion.
Really? Wow, I'm so honored.
Da scheinbar jemand nicht so begeistert. Ich kann nicht mitreden.
Shurien, maybe it's time to move on to some of the things our readers would like to know about,
Oh, okay. I was also going to ask for your opinion on the set and the costumes.
Yes, well, I'm sure Miss Yun has countless pearls of wisdom she could share on her chosen craft. But, not all of our readers are quite so, artistically literate, shall we say. A lot of them really just want to know more about you. You know, what does Yunjin do when she is off stage?
Excuse me? When I'm off stage?
You know, you're a major celebrity, and a lot of our readers are interested to know what life is like for you. What kind of place you live in, what kind of things you eat, clothes you wear, things you buy. That whole side of things. A day in the life.
Besides rehearsing, a day in my life isn't really any more interesting than anyone else's.
Nonsense. Of course it is. Just think how many people were at your show earlier. They come from all over just to show their support. In fact, a relative of mine has a daughter who's been saying she wants to broaden her horizons recently. She's been looking for a chance to give you a jade hairpin as a gift.
Oh. It's against the rules of the opera troupe to accept private gifts from patrons. Could someone out there be accepting gifts for the troupe under false pretenses? I must get Yunning to look into it.
I mean, it wasn't a big deal. Just something she said. Forget I brought it up. So, I saw Gentry Moutsai and the Snezhnayan gentleman come down from upstairs. Are they patrons of your shows, too? So, what are your thoughts on Snezhnaya and the Fatui?
I'm sorry. This is my first interview, and my notes are becoming a total mess. I might need a moment to pause and reorganize them a little. Otherwise, I'll never be able to work all this into an article. Mr. Boyi, maybe you should take a look too.
Don't be ridiculous! Stopping an interview halfway through to organize your notes? What are you talking about? Hey, all right. Miss Yun, we'll just be a moment.
Oh Mann.
Oh.
Das sieht niedergeschlagen aus.
Fine. It's not the first time I've been asked questions like these. The last time it happened, Yunning stopped the interview for me. But the next day, the tabloids were full of articles like "Dramatic Exit, Yunjin storms out of interview," and "Miss La-di-da opera star is too good for our questions." Yeah. So from then on, Yunning said all interview requests have to go through her. I used to think I could hold the troupe together just by putting on a good performance. But now, I have to make sure I concentrate on my actions off stage too.
Das klingt ganz schön nervig, wenn ich ehrlich bin. Auf dem Weg hier habe ich viele Zuschauer gesehen.
Oh, you mean Fanarya and that crowd. I cherish them as members of my audience too. But there aren't many people like them who can appreciate all the nuance in a single viewing. How did Shuryun end up working with an editor like that guy? Something feels wrong there. Ugh. They could be back at any moment, so I should stay here for now. But could you go look into it for me?
Sure, natürlich kann ich Lucky machen. Natürlich. Na, das werde ich
If you find
machen.
out anything, come straight back here and let me know.
So.
How can you be so cruel to Miss Yoon?
Shh, keep your voice down. Whatever you got to say, it can wait until we're out of earshot. We'll both be in hot water if Yunjin finds out. What's wrong with you? Why can't you get it into your head? Quit asking dull questions and start thinking about how to win over our readers. Do I make myself clear?
Das ist ein Arschloch. This guy is not fluffy. I am fluffy. So I know what I'm talking about. This guy is not fluffy.
Wanna come over for tea?
Join the Adventurers Guild. You'll have a blast.
So. Union. Hat da mal was da. Hallo.
Did you find anything out?
Ich kann Ihnen nicht folgen.
I see. Well, don't worry. It's okay. It's just a bit of a shame that I didn't get to talk with Shuryun for longer. She genuinely understands opera and has a passion for it. That's not something you can act. If I had the chance to talk with her more in depth, it could well provide me with some fresh inspiration.
Hat also sowas im Sinn.
Yoonjin. Did you agree to another interview without notifying me?
Sie sollten nicht zurückkommen.
Tabloid types are total scumbags, all of them. Who knows what innocent detail he might end up turning into the next big scandal? Sure, nothing might have come of it today, but who knows where it'll go tomorrow. Short of catching them all in their lair in one fell swoop, who knows when this is going to end?
I'm sorry. I was careless on this occasion.
Well, wallowing isn't gonna solve anything. Come on, go tell everyone in the troupe to be extra cautious during this time. Gee, oh Lord, bless us. Spare us any more offstage drama.
Oh. Arme Union. Kann einem echt leid tun. Aber hey, wir haben schon die erste Quest geschafft Das ging schnell. Schneller wie gedacht auf jeden Fall. So. Wer diese weglassen könnte, das ist die, nicht die, nicht die. Die allererste tatsächlich. Nee. Aber sie weggezogen. Ach, das ist die hier. Ja, genau, ja, genau. Das war die zweitlängste. Dann gehen wir ganz nach hier. Und holen uns noch das andere, die andere Version davon. Mein Gott, Sayu, you're small.
Can you put a few more adventurers on the case or something? The clock's still ticking away.
Please have faith in him. Ah, they've returned.
Yunning, we're back.
Yunjin, are you okay? Are you hurt? Do you need to go to Boo Boo Pharmacy?
No, I'm fine. You don't need to worry. When it's time to go on stage, I'll be there.
Look, I get it. You like to go out exploring. That's fine. But do you really have to go off thrill-seeking this close to the show? You have to take better care of yourself, okay? For all our sakes. For the opera troupe and for your audience. We're just lucky we had the Traveler to help out. What if something had happened to you, huh? What would I say to our audience,
Well, I would say the best way to make it up to our audience is to give them the best performance we can. Don't you agree? While I'm off stage, as long as there is something, anything I can do to improve my acting ability, even the slightest amount, I can't pass up the opportunity.
You know, Ugh, I don't know what to say anymore. Traveler, please, you tell her.
So, what's your honest opinion?
Du hast ein gutes Argument,
I
Julian.
agree. Right, then let's get preparing.
Hey, Traveler, get over here. You've only just managed to bring Yunjin back. Now you're taking her straight back out again? What's the big idea? The next
Ey, ich
show
hasse die
is just
Trolle,
days
ne?
away. Please, if not for me, then for the sake of the opera troupe, I'm begging you, help me convince her that at the end of the day, she's gotta fall in line.
Das ist keine leichte Aufgabe.
Well, okay, maybe that's asking the impossible, but at least try and keep her distracted. Please, just keep her occupied until the next show. No more thrill-seeking.
What are you two talking about? If it doesn't involve me, I think I'm going to...
You know what? It does involve you, actually. The Traveler was saying, come on, help me stall her.
Oh? Well, what do you need from me?
Ich will Schauspieler werden.
You want to become an actor?
You do? Oh, yes, of course he does. He was just telling me that he's interested in exploring his dramatic side and, would like you to give him some coaching. Right, good. Well, let's not beat around the bush. Traveler, your master awaits.
Hold on. I don't know if I'm really ready to take on students yet.
Please, this is the day you've dreamed of, isn't it? You certainly talk about it enough. And look, now he's here, ready and willing.
Okay, I get it. You can stop now. Whew. I am delighted that you wish to study the performing arts from me. But the issue is, Before you could become my apprentice, I'd have to get approval from the founders, then do an initiation ceremony. There just isn't time for all that right now. So, for now, I'll just teach you a few basics. Informally, one friend to another. There's no need to call me master.
Gott sei Dank. Hätte ich nämlich eh nicht gemacht. Keine Angst. Wie wär's mit Lehrerin?
What? Don't you think that's a bit old-fashioned? Let's work on that later. Until we settle on an appropriate title, just call me by my name. Let's meet tomorrow morning on the bridge by the sea at Feiyun Slope. I'll do my best to prepare a good first lesson for you.
Whew, what a relief.
Spuren der Schönheit. 6 bis 8 Uhr. Yay, Zeitumstellung. Dann ist es echt manchmal, wenn auch noch so einfach gehen würde. Schön die nach Ruhe gekickt und zack, morgen.
Good. You're right on time. Punctuality is
Oh.
an essential quality if you want to make it big in the acting world. Without it, you won't be able to keep on top of all the work you need to do each day.
Und wo soll ich anfangen?
First, I'd like you to answer me one question. How many pigeons flew from the bridge when you were passing through?
6.
Close. It was 7. Anyway, the point of this question was to test your powers of observation. Eyes are the medium for the transfer of emotion. You must train your eyes to be bright, active, and strong. Watching the birds fly, hover around, and come into land will not only exercise your eyesight, but also cultivate attentiveness. Indeed, my own daily training routine starts right here. I watch the pigeons to train my eyes, and I sing to the tide to train my voice.
Muss ich jetzt nächstes auch meine Stimme üben?
Good time. Grasping all the techniques involved in opera singing and posture is not an overnight process. Let's start from the very beginning, with some general theories to help you better understand the concept of performance.
Die Schule, Warum stiftet mich deine Lehrerin zu sowas an? Universale Theorie?
I am in written correspondence with performers from many nations in Tibet, which has rather broadened my perspective on this topic. For example, let's start with something simple. How
Muss ich mich mal wieder
perform
umsetzen.
Try to relive the events of that day when you were battling against an ancient god and fighting off the Fatui. What can you see? What did you feel? Now, I want you to look out at the ocean in front of you and recall the raging waves and the atmosphere of peril from that day. Take a deep breath. Now, gradually, embrace the scene, immerse yourself in it, and let all the emotions back in.
Das Vertrauen, das entsteht, wenn man an Seite mit seinen Mitmenschen kämpft.
Good, good. So that's how you felt. Next, I'd like you to focus on the goal you wanted to achieve at that time.
Mein Leon und meine Kameraden zu
Good,
beschützen.
yes. Use that. Okay, good. Now, all of this overwhelming emotion is welling up inside of you, and I want you to let it all out. All at once. Go!
Let the dogs out. Uff. Uff, uff, uff. Let the dogs out. Sorry. Let the Uwus out. Uwu. Wie macht ein Uwu in einem Anime? Uwu. Uwu. Au.
Wrong. This is all wrong. There's no emotion, no soul. Granted, the character you are trying to portray is your own self, but your performance didn't do the scene justice at all. I couldn't hear you fighting for your life while gargantuan waves were crashing all around you. What I heard was the sound of someone doing vocal exercises by the beach on a calm day.
Es ist der Tag, eine ruhige Seeküste.
Here's the thing. When you're acting, it's not only about getting into character, you also have to recreate the scene in your mind as vividly as you can. Now, I appreciate that you did actually experience this particular scene for yourself, but maybe conjuring up specific details of your surroundings at the time is a little too advanced for novices.
Ja, es soll etwas zu advanced sein für den Almighty Traveler. Wie kommst du auf solche Schnapsideen? Schließlich war es diesmal an Gefahr. Ein Maß an Gefahr.
You're right. If we were looking for an environment to help evoke the emotions you felt at the time, I suppose we could try again. A little farther afield, at Guyunstone Forest.
Ganz so weit müssen wir nicht gehen.
Too far away? Don't worry, I was just thinking aloud. Besides, even at Guyunstone Forest, we'd still have trouble recreating the state of the sea that day. Let's try something else. Come with me to the suburbs just north of Liyue Harbor.
Das ist ja als die
If no
Gunion-Türme.
objections, let's head off.
Let's go. I'm da.
The battle you fought on the Jade Chamber was a very strange set of circumstances, even for someone like you. It's quite normal that you can't get into character just like that. I know it's hard to recreate every facet of the experience in your mind, but what you could try is to replace the foes you faced in that scenario with ones you are much more familiar with.
Ersetzen?
I'll give you an example. Let's say you're performing a scene where your character experiences the grief and pain of a death, but you yourself have never experienced this kind of tragic loss before. Well, you can replace death with another, more familiar scenario that evokes a similar sense of grief and pain for you, such as... you bust a gut trying to find a treasure chest, only to finally reach it and find it filled with cabbages and radishes.
Wäre jetzt auch nicht gerade das Schlechteste. Oder nicht? Ich spüre die Trauer schon.
Now you're catching on. Action scenes work the same way. Perhaps the experience of facing an ancient god is a challenge to recreate. But if you're replaying the kind of actions you perform every day, you just need to let go, and your subconscious will guide you through. Come, show me how you normally fight. You can start with monsters nearby.
Time to kick some ass.
They're coming. Just do what you normally do in this situation. Time to go!
Gather!
Here comes the test.
Ja.
I will have order.
Stein, 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 Stein. Wind, 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 Wind. Wasser, 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 Wasser. Feuer, 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 Feuer.
Oh, that was wonderful. Such deft and fluid movements. Just like a real adventurer.
Ich will auch ein Abenteurer.
Let's
Oh.
perform the scene again now, while the battle is still fresh in your mind. Look at those red-clad scarecrows. But I want you to see them instead as those Fatui who brandish the sacrificial knives. Now, let us reenact the battle on the Jade Chamber. It's okay if you can't recall the events clearly. You can just replace them with the movements you are most familiar with. And... attack! The 3 Adepti are manning the Guizhong ballistas. Do not let the Fatui disturb their work.
Zerstöre die roten Vogelscheuchen. Und bitte schon. Und wie lange?
I can't fault your movement, but Fatui are larger than most monsters. I don't think it was a conscious decision, but you were aiming a little too low. And you also didn't strike with enough force. Overall, it was just lacking that sense of being in the heat of the battle. Veteran practitioners of this acting method are able to adjust and embellish their real-life experience enough so that it makes an adequate substitute for the scene they are trying to portray. But adjusting deep-rooted habits to adapt them for the stage, that's no easy task.
Klingt nach einer Menge Arbeit.
This was only your first time trying this method, and all things considered, I think you've done quite well. But judging from your movements, I think this next method might suit you a little better.
Welche Methode?
Choreograph every aspect of your onstage performance in advance. Every movement, every facial expression, even your emotions, and rehearse it thoroughly. You can reference existing characters from opera or imitate similar people from your own life. In short, you want to pin down every detail of the character you want to portray in your mind, and then work through them methodically and find ways to bring them out.
Das klingt aber kompliziert.
Well, in your case, what you need to do is imitate your past self. Think of yourself not as you, but as somebody outside this world controlling your every move.
Jetzt ist es noch schwieriger zu verstehen.
It's complicated to explain, but once you give it a try, I think you'll get the hang of it. Okay, how about we start by setting a simple scenario? The Fatui in red want to attack the Guizhong ballista, and the heavyweight guards in blue want to try and stop you. What you want to do is evade all the blues and go straight for the reds. Yes, I think that sums it up. There's an open area to the north. When you've finished rehearsing every...
Okay. Sehr wie gemacht.
Well, have you finished rehearsing?
I think I'm ready.
Rush. I shall guide you with my voice.
Stopp. Monologe
That
zu.
was a little better. You managed to bring out more of that fearless hero quality that time. My hard work coaching you has finally paid off. This method
Good.
might not sound as sophisticated and exciting as the first two, but it's the most popular choice for teaching beginners. Rigorous rehearsal and vocal training is at the core of this school of thought. It even works on those whose performance lacks emotional depth at first. As long as you practice diligently, with time, you will achieve mastery one way or another. Either your finely honed skills become a good substitute for innate talent, or the process of honing your skills cultivates genuine talent within you. People say that when you truly master the art of singing, even the birds and beasts will be drawn to your song.
Sehr
I
magisch.
know. I guess I still have a long road ahead of me when it comes to developing as a performer.
Aber da es sich um traditionellen Einführungsunterricht handelt,
Well, because even if I had, you wouldn't have put your heart into it. It's been written on your face this whole time. Just try and keep her occupied until the next show.
als sie es nicht gut geschauspielert.
Don't forget that acting is my bread and butter. Did you really think I wouldn't be able to see through it? Still, this is a rare opportunity, and I hope you have at least learned something from it about the beauty of the performing arts. The operatic
Natürlich.
tradition carries countless historical memories within it. As long as the art is kept alive, the voices and faces of bygone heroes can be recreated on the stage for generation after generation. I hope that your voice and your face will make their mark on Liyue Opera too.
Die Stimmform?
Yes, as well as coaching you today, I have also been closely observing every move you make. Do you remember the basics of the final method?
Beachtung der bestehenden
Don't you
Beispiele.
think there's a striking similarity between you, who stood up for Liyue and fought off a god of old, and the divine damsel in the play? With you as a reference in mind, I'm sure I can finally make a breakthrough in creating my own adaptation of this character.
Kann nicht glauben, dass es so einen
Because
Durchbruch
as far
gibt.
as I'm concerned, the immersion method, drawing on life experiences, and imitating others are all valuable acting methods. Even if my every movement is rehearsed to perfection, I can't move the audience without conveying emotion. Even if I fully master the character's emotions, a little choreography will help make the performance more polished and appealing. Whatever the method is, as long as it offers something that can improve my performance, I will always give it a try. Thank you for trying them out as well. It means a lot to me. And congratulations on making it to the end of your first acting class.
Endlich abgeschlossen.
Graduation ceremony? I'm afraid that's still a long way in the future. For now, I hope to incorporate part of you into my performance of the Divine Damsel. But one day, I hope to write an opera all about you. When that day comes, I hope you will be able to join me on stage and give me some constructive criticism. It'll take a lot of hard work to reach the point where you're ready to go on stage. But I'll be here to keep you on track every step of the way.
Du bist zu streng.
Here we go again. So old-fashioned. Then again, I suppose I will have to give you a lot of instruction along the way. And if I won't let you call me master, teacher, or coach, I've got to think of something you can call me. Ah, I've got it. You can call me mentor. What do you think?
Optimal. Eine Probeaufführung. So, Leute. Ich habe gerade gemerkt, bei mir ist richtig schlechte Luft, während ich jetzt gerade hier die längste Handout-Quest von ihr gemacht habe. Ich dachte gerade schon. Deshalb mache ich mal schön Fenster auf. Ich gebe euch schon Musik. Ich gebe euch schön Musik.
Toodaloo.
Und bin in 2-3 Minuten da. So, und alle jetzt.
When the sun's out, bathe in sunlight. But when the moon's out, bathe in moonlight. Huh? Toodaloo. One client, 2 clients, 3 clients. Huh? Toodaloo.
Wie hat sich der Avatar so verschoben? Naja. Auf jeden Fall. Dass ich jetzt eine Quest lang die Tür und Fenster offen. Muss ein bisschen leiser sein. Sollen so 3-4 Minuten sein. Ich meine, wir haben. Wir fortsetzen. Der Adler macht einen anderen Flug. Kakra! My money don't jiggle jiggle. It falls. My money don't jiggle jiggle. It falls. Ich weiß nicht, ob jetzt es schneller wäre, da hinzutippen, hin und her zu laufen. Und. Stomp.
Hey, cat.
Are you a...
Sorry, Miss Young.
Miss Yoon, I'm interested to know.
You...
Yes,
animated?
yes, yeah.
Oh.
Oh,
We were based in...
Oh, I see. Then it's no wonder. You're...
Hey!
Actually...
Geh auf Nummer sicher und melde das Gespräch bei deinem Leiter an.
Yes, you're right. I'm very sorry, but I'm afraid the troop is pretty strict about the rules for this kind of thing. So we'll have to do this one by the book. Please liaise with my manager, and we can do this interview another day. The Steambird is a highly reputable publication, so I'm sure my manager won't give you a hard time. Once the interview is arranged, I'll be very happy to answer any and all questions you have.
But...
Ja.
Fair enough. Sorry if we're being intrusive. please forgive us? We'll leave you in peace. Hey, come on, quit dawdling.
Yes, I'm coming. Bye, Miss Yun.
Hey, wait. That's the wrong way if you wanted to talk to my manager.
Ja,
Oh
weg
well,
ist er.
never mind. I have a friend who works for a paper. I'll ask them later. For now, though, the top priority is making good on our plans. Now that I think about it, I've turned down 3 social engagements tonight. Come with me. Our plan is the only one remaining, so let's make the most of it.
Bock. Let's go.
I can smell the fragrance of food in the air. Yes, Cherhu Rock is definitely the place to go after a performance.
Gehen wir zum... Jetzt in das Restaurant
You're a
Wansami.
fan of Chef Mao's cooking too? One Min Restaurant's black-back perch stew is hot, spicy, and fresh. But it's not kind on the throat, so unfortunately I can't eat much of it. Also, it's a bit cramped in there. I prefer open-air restaurants. Hey, have you been to Chen the Sharp's place before? His grilled tigerfish is the best around. Third Round Knockout and One Min Restaurant are both great restaurants. But when it comes to barbecue, this is the place to go. Enjoying some nice food and drink, sitting by the hot coals in the cool breeze? Let's go.
Da kennt sich jemand scheinbar ganz gut aus, würde ich meinen. Let's go.
Tigerfish! Grilled tigerfish, hot off the grill! Oh, hey there. Is this a Miss Yoon which I see before me? It's been a while. What'll it be? The usual?
Yes, please. I'm out with my friend today. Let's start with a plate of stir-fried meat and a handful of skewers. And of course, some grilled tigerfish. 2, please. One with just a hint of chili, and the other one,
Scharf, bitte.
Got it. Your grilled tigerfish will be ready soon. Do you want any drinks with that?
Werden hier noch Getränke verkauft?
Advertise it though, because it's just something I'm experimenting around with for fun. Miss Yun likes a drink with her barbecue, so I ended up getting her to try them out for me. So, would you two like some tea, or?
Anything new?
Well, I managed to scrounge some milk from Dongsheng next door. A merchant from Mondstadt told me a while back that there's this popular drink doing the rounds there called milk tea. I tried my hand at making it too, but the response has been kind of lukewarm. Still way off being ready to add to my menu.
Tea with milk? Sorry, milk tea? It might not be the best thing for my throat, but if I'm just having a little taste, I mean, I think it should be fine. Oh, but what about you? Anything you want to drink?
Ich hätte gern einen Milchtee.
Okay, let's get yours in first. And then, I'll have one of each if that's all right. I'd like to try them all.
Okie dokie. And here's your tigerfish, fresh off the grill.
Come on, let's enjoy it while it's still hot. Piping hot barbecue and a nice cool drink is the best sensation. That was great. Shame about these drinks, though. I only had a little sip of each one, so there's a lot left over.
Was machen wir mit dem Rest?
I mean, I could just drink them, but they're a little bland for me. Nothing that special. I guess he must have toned down the flavors to make them palatable for a wider range of customers. We could just add some flavor back in? In fact, Do you know the hot pot game?
Oh, oh. Oh, oh. Oh, oh. Hotpot Game, das hört sich gefährlich an. Bin ich ehrlich. Das hört sich so nach einer Wette an. Das traust du dich nicht zu essen. Soll das heißen?
Hot pot game with the leftover drinks. I'll add some extra ingredients based on my tastes, then you try to guess what I added. Sound good? Don't worry. After mixing in the new ingredients, I'll also drink half, so I won't add any weird stuff.
Wird das so gespielt?
Don't need to worry about every last detail. Come on, I'll go grab some ingredients from the shop next door. Once you've psyched yourself up, come and join me. Okay, get ready. Oh, and no peeking.
Got it, no peeking. Nicht
It's
schauen.
ready. Let me try it first. Pretty good. Your turn.
Weiß immer noch nicht, ob ich ihr vertrauen soll mit der Mixtur. So eine Bruder, vertrau mir Mische. Bestimmt. Normal probieren. Nochmal probieren. Trinken durch mit Vitamine runter.
Oh, just regular facial expression control. Besides, it's nothing that unusual. I think it tastes okay, doesn't it?
Er schmeckt sehr gut.
So did you work out what ingredients I added?
Sahne, Pfeffer und
Guessed
Zucker.
them all correctly. You seem to have a well
Und ich musste dann nicht mal nachgucken. Chaka.
We can try some more combinations next time. I wonder what kind of new flavors I could create with some more traditional teas, like pine nectar or snow blossom. I can't wait to try it out. I'm getting excited just thinking about it.
Dann solltest du es unbedingt ausprobieren. Nur wer ausprobiert, kommt voran. Hm. Moment. So. Hätte nicht gedacht, dass sie in ihren Abseitsbühne so aussehen würde.
Well, people do often say that getting deep into a character is about identifying the part of you that is similar to them and bringing that into the performance. So in that sense, I can't say it's incorrect to conflate an actor and the characters they play on some level. But there are many more sides of me than the few you see on stage. So ultimately, yes, I am not the same person on stage as I am off stage. Sometimes, when I get letters from people, I can tell from the way they write that they see me as someone cold and aloof. I can write back, but I have to be very careful about what I say. Likewise, when I get invited along to banquets and so on, I have to make sure to keep myself calm and composed the whole night.
Das ist bestimmt anstrengend. Das ist schade, denn Union hinter der Bühne ist einfach ein bisschen niedlicher.
I bought you one drink, okay? That's not a license for you to start saying weird stuff like that. Well, never mind. You seemed like you were being sincere. I'll let it go. All I was trying to say is that everyone has many different sides to their personality. And if you get fixated on just one of those, there's so much you'll never discover about a person. I mean, if we hadn't had the chance to hang out and chat like this tonight, there are things about you I might never have gotten to see. Like the mighty and distinguished traveler, diligently reviewing my hot pot drinks.
Da hat sie nicht ganz unrecht. Hätte ich nicht gedacht, dass du immer so ernst bist.
Serious? On stage, I guess, but off stage. Just think of me as another one of your friends. Just one who happens to have a flair for the dramatic. So, friend, what shall we do next? Something to remember today by?
But first, let me take a selfie.
Get a photo? You mean capture this happy moment for posterity so we can look back on it later? Sounds good. Let's have the food stall in the background. Now how should I pose?
Pose, pose.
Welcome to Second Life. Satisfaction guaranteed.
Jojo, pose. Oh, was ist das? Foto. Ja.
It looks good. I hope whenever you look at this photo in the future, it will remind you of the good time we had today.
Natürlich.
Hold
Auf
on.
Wiedersehen.
How is one photo going to be enough? We'll both need one if we want something to remember each other by. You take
Hudson.
this one, and I'll take another photo of you. But could you find another location for us? I'm thinking somewhere around Feiyun Slope with a good view. I'll join you in a moment. I have something to prepare here first.
Ist ja die wohl jetzt vorzubereiten. Kann nur gespannt sein. Man könnte glatt meinen, für Sai ist gleich wieder Naptime.
Seems like I should have just stayed in bed today.
So. Dann gehen wir mal zu dem Berg, weil es wird langsam echt kalt. In der Bude. Wenn ich lüfte jetzt, glaube ich, auch schon 10 Minuten.
Sorry to keep you waiting so long.
Was hast du vorbereitet?
You'll see. The view here is great. The lights, the buildings, it's the ideal spot. I can see you chose it carefully. Yes, this angle is perfect. Okay, strike a pose and close your eyes.
Man muss die Augen
Yes,
schließen.
please. Quickly now.
Schließ die Augen.
Get ready. 3, 2, 1. Open your eyes.
Yay! Ich mache jetzt die Tür und Fenster wieder zu. Moment. Genug frische Luft hier drin wieder. Für 3 Tage. Strike. Der Zufall. So. Jetzt noch 2 Ausgänge.
We can try
So.
some more combinations next time. I wonder what kind of new flavors I could create with some more traditional teas, like pine nectar or snow blossom. I can't wait to try it out. I'm getting excited just thinking about it.
Man darf eine Figur nicht mit dem Schauspiel in Verbindung bringen.
Well, people do often say that getting deep into a character is about identifying the part of you that is similar to them and bringing that into the performance. So in that sense, I can't say it's incorrect to conflate an actor and the characters they play on some level. But there are many more sides of me than the few you see on stage. So ultimately, yes, I am not the same person on stage as I am off stage. Sometimes, when I get letters from people, I can tell from the way they write that they see me as someone cold and aloof. I can write back, but I have to be very careful about what I say. Likewise, when I get invited along to banquets and so on, I have to make sure to keep myself calm and composed the whole night.
Das hört sich anstrengend an. Nur mal so, als würde jemand anders auf der Bühne stehen.
So you prefer the way I am on stage too? It's fair enough. After all, every detail of my onstage presence, from the songs to the costumes and makeup, is carefully crafted for maximum appeal. And I've worked hard to try and cultivate an image that appeals to everyone, regardless of age or gender. But if I can't lighten up and joke around, even with my closest friends when I'm off stage, that's a real bummer. Never mind. Talking about this is just going to kill the mood. Tonight was about me showing my gratitude to you. So, did you have a good time? Is there anything else you want? Like something to remember the evening by? A souvenir, perhaps? Anything you can think of?
Ein signiertes Bild von Union?
Okay, here you go.
Hast welche parat?
People ask me for autographs all the time. Usually what they want is a signed picture of me on stage. Apparently that makes it more valuable. Yunning suggested that I keep a bunch of them on hand at all times to make things easier.
Ah, yes!
That one is a picture from the Divine Damsel of Devastation. I have one just like it on my wall at home.
Hey, are you guys talking about Miss Yoon's autograph photos? I have one in the store too.
Es ist wirklich so viel.
What do you think? Is this souvenir valuable enough for you?
Oh, nur ein normales Bild. Sad. So, jetzt muss ich die Zeit nur noch verfolgen.
How can you be so cruel to Miss Yoon?
Shh, keep your voice down. Whatever you got to say, it can wait until we're out of earshot. We'll both be in hot water if Yunjin finds out. What's wrong with you? Why can't you get it into your head? Quit asking dog questions and start thinking about how to win over our readers. Do I make myself clear?
Join the Adventurers Guild. You'll have a blast.
Einfach ganz normal hinterherlaufen.
I don't think you
Dupdi-dupdi-du.
realize what a golden opportunity you have here.
Wow, ich bin jetzt aus der Reichweite raus. Okay. Ich will hier. So.
How can you be so cruel to Miss Yoon?
Shh, keep your voice down. Whatever you got to say, it can wait until we're out of earshot.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you? Why can't you get it into your head? Quit asking dog questions and start thinking about how to win over our readers. Do I make myself clear?
I'm a Ninja. Das war doch gerade ein goldener Junge. Nee, 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 das hast du ja eingebildet. Du siehst mich nicht.
I don't think you realize what a golden opportunity you have here. How many journalists would give anything they had to trade places with you right now? Huh? Ever think about that?
No.
You just don't get it. Miss Yoon has put her heart and soul into...
Enough! Stop yelling in public! Or do you want Miss Yun to hear about all the lies you're spreading about her?
Me? You're the one making everything up.
Well, you sure seemed pretty happy chatting to her, so don't act like you ain't a part of this. And don't forget the contract you signed. Come. We'll continue our little chat over there. You need to listen and learn, young lady. Are you ready to stop whining now? Do you have any idea how rare an opportunity like this is for a small-time paper like ours? Just think of the sales if we can get an exclusive. We'd have enough to cover your salary for 2 lifetimes.
But But what about us pretending to be from the Steambird? Aren't you worried she'll find out?
You really think she still would have talked to you if I hadn't told that little white lie? Besides, what have you got to be afraid of? As long as we make it sound like an eyewitness account, how will she be able to refute it? Heck, if she actually presses the issue, I'll probably have to thank her for keeping it current for me.
This is horrible. I will not let you treat Miss Yun like this.
I don't know who she thinks she is anyway. Oh, I sang a couple of shows, so now I'm a national superstar. Give me a break. No one wants to read about your sopranos or your falsettos. We give the readers what they want. That's how this business works. Case in point, that blonde guy seemed to be getting along pretty well with Yunjin. There's definitely a story there, even if there isn't.
Ugh, that's enough. I'm reporting you to the Millilith.
Report me? What for? Libel? Identity theft? Good luck with that. I haven't written anything. Where's your proof? You'd better tread carefully, Missy. First you neglect your own duties, and now you're trying to get in the way of mine? You signed the contract. You know full well the consequences. If you sabotage this interview, I will make sure you lose everything you have. I will ruin you. You understand?
Why? Oh, why did I sign that contract?
Oh, die Arme. Tut mir grad echt leid. Enemy. So die Quest Design. Nicht, stopp es einfach.
Oh, it's you. What do you want? I'm warning you, don't do anything stupid or I'll spread a lovely little story about you and Yunjin throughout all of Liyue.
Wait a second. I was so focused on Miss Yun earlier that I didn't notice who it was.
Huh? What are you talking about?
He's the Traveler. You know, the one who even the Chi Sing will listen to.
What the... what have I gotten myself into? No need to get all worked up here. What we meant was,
Auf einfach so ein Klugscheißer zu sein.
Yes, quite right. You are quite right. I'm disappearing into thin air as we speak. Just my luck.
I'm so sorry. I had no idea it was going to turn out like this.
Ich habe alles gehört, das ist nicht deine Schuld.
I'm so ashamed. I don't know how I could face Miss Yun now. So please pass on my apologies to her.
Natürlich, ich richt's aus, dass es dir leid tut. Ist doch gar kein Thema. So. Hello.
Did you find anything out?
Könnte man so sagen, ja. Ich habe Dinge rausgefunden. Dinge wurden, ich sag mal, berichtet. So. So. Hat mich gebeten, sich in ihrem Namen bei dir zu entschuldigen. Genau.
I see. Well, it's not unexpected. It's just a bit of a shame that I didn't get to talk with Shiryun for longer. She genuinely understands opera and has a passion for it. That's not something you can act. If I had the chance to talk with her more in depth, it could well provide me with some fresh inspiration.
Yoonji, did you agree to another interview without notifying me?
Keine Antworten auf
These
unangenehme
tabloid types
Fragen.
are total scumbags, all of them. Who knows what innocent detail he might end up turning into the next big scandal? Sure, nothing might have come of it today, but who knows where it'll go tomorrow. Short of catching them all in their lair in one fell swoop, who knows when this is going to end?
I'm sorry. I was careless on this occasion.
Well, wallowing isn't gonna solve anything. Come on, go tell everyone in the troupe to be extra cautious during this time. Gee, oh Lord, bless us. Spare us any more offstage drama.
Ich hab's Gefühl, ich hab irgendwas verkackt.
Are you ready to stop whining? Just think of as long as no one wants to case in point. Report me. You'd better you signed the
Melde dich ruhig bei wir wollen nichts an die große Glocke hängen.
Think very carefully about what you're going to do. This is a rare opportunity. Now, I need to think how to phrase these interview questions.
You. Hey, wait!
Well. Muss da, glaube ich, ein paar Höhenmeter zurücklegen. Naja, geht.
Did you find anything out?
Ja, könnte man so sagen. Also, es ist so.
I see. I knew there was something fishy about that editor-in-chief. But this is a bigger plot twist than I expected.
Sollen wir es den Militen sagen?
Yet. All he's done so far is ask a few questions. There's nothing in print yet. The Millilith wouldn't be able to do anything even if we got them involved. Besides, if we rush to report him now, it's only going to give him more material to write about.
In ihrem Lager sollte es mehr Beweise geben.
But tabloids like theirs never have permanent offices and printing presses. The moment they hear anything, they'll disappear without a trace. You've got no chance of catching them. I'm actually more concerned about another detail you told me. Would you be willing to do me another favor? I want to send a letter to that journalist.
Was schwebt dir vor in diesem Letter? So bezüglich Inhalt. Wäre ganz knorke to know. Aber du ist auch kein Muss, gell? Dann mache ich das doch glatt.
Thank you. The editor should be here soon, so I'll stay here to deal with him. I'll have to rely on you to deliver the letter. If everything goes well, we should be able to get some breathing room for a while.
Breathing room. Okay.
Good roll.
Oh, good
Maybe
roll.
take one more day off.
It's a good roll.
Knock out the rest of the work once I'm feeling up to it.
So.
I've had it with you. Do you think contracts are just bits of paper? If we weren't on a tight deadline, you'd better believe I'd fire you right here on the spot. You will stay here and reflect on your actions if you know what's good for you. Sorry, but I'm not babysitting you anymore today.
Oh, what am I going to do? You're the one who was with Miss Yun earlier.
Ja, war ich. Könnte es sein, dass du ein Anliegen hast? So, eventuell. Die hat nämlich einen Brief für dich.
Really? Miss Yun wrote me a letter? I'll read it right away. Wow. Really? I can't believe this.
Darf ich auch lesen, was da drin steht?
That under Liyue law, any penalty charge I have to pay may not substantially exceed the amount of my salary. You can't have a labor contract that would completely bankrupt the employee in the event of a breach. It's not legally binding. So not only can he not get any money off of me, I can take this contract to the Ministry of Civil Affairs and blow the whistle on him. I didn't think about any of this when I was job hunting. I just signed the contract without a second thought. I always thought Miss Yun was all about opera. Who would have thought she was such a legal expert, too?
Tja. Man soll ein Buch nicht nur nach dem Einband beurteilen, oder wie war das? Ach, in dieser Methode funktioniert das?
If only I hadn't gone out of my way to get Miss Yun's attention in the first place, none of this would have happened. I didn't expect it to end up with Miss Yun helping fix my life problems.
Ja, hast du mehr Beweise?
Well, Mr. Boyi says I'm still on probation, so he won't tell me where their work location is. Plus, I give all my draft articles straight to him, so I don't have anything in the way of evidence.
Man wird sich doch nicht entgehen, wenn man die... Man wird dich doch nicht entlassen, oder?
I wouldn't put it past him. But the letter says that my statement and the contract are enough to get the Millilith looking into it. If Miss Yun says so, I'm sure she must be right. Let's go confront him right now.
Okay. Yo.
Okay, I think I've covered this topic pretty thoroughly now. Unless you had any more questions?
Well, what can I say, Miss Yun? You have so many wonderful qualities. Let's not quit while the ball's rolling, huh? Otherwise, I'll think of something I didn't ask later, and by then, it'll be too late. So, hey, where's that, friend of yours who was here earlier? You guys seemed, pretty close. Not intentionally avoiding the interview, surely.
Yo.
You're finally back. This poor gentleman's been waiting for you.
You're with Shiryun? Hey, what's going on here? Hey, Shiryun, don't forget the contract you signed.
Apropos Vertrag, gerade wo du es erwähnst, können wir da mal drüber reden?
Traveler clued me in. This contract you made me sign, it isn't worth the paper it's written on.
Isn't worth the paper it's written on? Don't be ridiculous. It's all there, clear as day. Don't you think I did my research?
Research? Oh, so you're a news editor. But you also have an interest in law?
Yeah, she's new, and she's making a fool of herself. She doesn't get how this all works. My apologies. Now, back to our interview?
No, it's okay. In fact, I found myself delving into some legal texts recently. It's all so intricate and complicated that it's very difficult to take it all in. The contracts of our opera troupe are a case in point. I'd finally finished reading through the relevant documentation from the Yuehai Pavilion when suddenly the Qixing announced a new interpretation. So I'm just curious. How can you be completely sure that you didn't miss anything when you were researching this?
I'm pretty sure I read everything relevant.
Under current legislation, the penalty terms in my labor contract are unreasonable and exploitative. I could report you to the Millilith for extortion.
Nonsense! That's ridiculous!
My goodness. Sir, it seems that we should probably bring this interview to a close here.
Don't listen to her! I run a legitimate business. Everything we do is above board.
Oh, I have no doubt about that at all, sir. But this reminds me of a case I read about not long ago. Once you get reported and the Millilith starts scrutinizing your business, well, not only do they look into every license you have and every work you've ever published, but everything down to your fire safety policy will come under their magnifying glass as well. So if you don't get back now and start preparing for their arrival... Well, I mean, I don't mind continuing the interview at all. But I'd hate to take up too much of your precious time if there's any aspect of your business you want to double-check from a legal standpoint.
You... I won't forget this!
Hey, where do you think you're going? Miss Yun, why did you stop me?
Das ist in Ordnung. Lass ihn einfach laufen.
And the contract I have is enough to get him arrested, isn't it?
I'm not a legal expert. I haven't the faintest idea. All that was just an act, aimed at getting him to show us the way.
An act?
Geil. You got debated.
Based on his movements, it looks like Boyi is heading back to his headquarters. I really hope they teach these tabloids a lesson they won't forget. It'd sure make my life a lot easier.
Oh, ich verstehe.
I had Yunning report to the Millilith while you were delivering the letter for me. The penalty terms in Shuryun's contract are too severe. Even if they don't violate the law, I'm sure he must be taking advantage of some loopholes. Anyone who works like that is sure to have a guilty conscience. So all I had to do was put on a little show, starring the editor-in-chief of the Steambird. And now, he is sure to lead us to the solid evidence.
Kann ich ja glauben, dass man uns das nicht mal gesagt hat.
Well, acting has to be authentic to be believable.
Their little publication will go out of business in no time. Good riddance, I say. I hope this gets the other tabloids to rein in their antics too. Hey, here's a thought. Maybe we could get him to rat on some of his rival publications. Ah, I only just realized what this means. I'm going to be out of a job, aren't I?
Well, would you still be interested in submitting an article to the Steambird? But the real one this time?
Well, yes, of course. But would they really accept an article from me?
Yunning, when can we arrange the next interview for?
Oh, so now you're asking me. 2 days from now, morning. Work for you?
Okay. Shuryun, let's continue our discussion about tonight's play 2 days from now.
Does this mean I get to do a full feature interview with you? Okay, I think I know what I want to write about. Thank you, Miss Yun.
Don't mention it. I'm sure it will be a source of inspiration for both of us.
Oh. Alles hat ein Ende. Okay. Mach ich das mal nach dem Stream. Sayo, nicht pennen. Okay, also 2 Legendenaufträge, also 3 sind ein bisschen utopisch, 2 sind realistisch.